Hi everybody, welcome.
Hello everyone. की हालचाल कैसे हैं सब?
Hello Tarun, Raj, Rushabh. Can you people see us and hear us clearly? Welcome to yet another fresh episode of the Wow Wednesday. It is again time for a fierce Menti war between
Chemistry
Chem and math.
The deadly combination, I
Deadly
believe.
combination as always. So last Wednesday or last Friday, I guess we did a
Right,
Menti,
absolutely.
and that was the first time Nitika ma'am agreed to do a Menti with us, and this is the second time she's coming with us because she enjoyed Menti so much, isn't it?
Absolutely, totally.
And the kids loved our combo too, so we are back here again. Tell us, are you all better prepared for Chem or better prepared for Math? Bataiye.
I think this is an answer wherein we want a win-win situation. We want it to be, both, because we want you to actually come out with flying colors when it comes to JEE mains. And this is one of the best platforms wherein you have a competitive environment and you can make best use of it.
Absolutely,
Through
absolutely.
questions, I mean, there's no other way to learn better as compared to that of questions.
Specifically, अभी जब इतना कम समय बचा है, they can't afford to spend a lot of time with theory. They can't afford कि PhD कर रहे हैं, हम deep में जाए जा रहे हैं. You have to cater to the concepts through questions, isn't it? That's called your quality preparation. That's what we are here for. All right. So yes, Tarun, we're going to be targeting PYQs, very important PYQs, rich PYQs, जिसमें कि आपको बहुत सारे concepts, बहुत सारे formulas, बहुत सारे ideas and approaches के बारे में पता चलेगा, revise करने का मौका मिलेगा. And these are very few questions, like 5 questions from math, 5 questions from chem. I will be targeting algebra portion, which is one of the highest share acquiring unit in your paper. तो algebra के 5 सवाल आज मैं आपके सामने लेके आई हूँ. And what are you?
I have kept it very specific for you people. So only isomerism, because currently if you are attending my sessions, we are doing isomerism, and just yesterday we did power packed questions. We did 40 questions on isomerism, so that you are in the rhythm, you are in the resonance. I have kept only isomerism, previous year questions, hand-picked previous year questions for you. And the time that I shall be allotting is 1 minute. What about you?
Oh, so last week, I guess you were fixed at 45 seconds, right?
Right,
For
so
each
it was
question.
GOC and IUPAC nomenclature. So you
Okay.
know it or you do not know it,
All
right?
right.
Here, you need some time. So I have been a little lenient this time.
Okay, so thank you Nitika ma'am for being lenient, isn't it? Because for math, I always keep a little bit more time क्योंकि लेंदी होते हैं सवाल, मल्टी कॉन्सेप्चुअल होते हैं, कैलकुलेशन में टाइम लगता है, हेवी होते हैं क्वेश्चंस.
So
Sometimes
is this going to be twice this time of chemistry?
Not twice this time, but I guess 1.5 minutes is the sweet spot where my students
Super.
feel comfortable, I feel comfortable.
Chalo, great.
तो शुरू करते हैं. Everybody, I request all of you all to please come to the Menti platform, www.menti.com. Everyone quickly. Here, of course, in the comments, you can put your answers. But आपका आंसर, आपका वोट रजिस्टर तब होगा हमारे पास, और लीडर बोर्ड में उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपकी पोजीशन तब आएगी जब आप मेंटी के प्लेटफॉर्म में जाके अपना वोट देते हो. एंड द कोड इज 53672458. एवरीवन वेरी केयरफुली एंटर द कोड 53672458. किसी भी डिजिट को इधर उधर नहीं करना है. ऑल राइट. Should I study coordinate geometry now if I have not touched it yet? I would say, Ishi, that first of all, please focus on completing calculus and algebra के topics, because वहाँ पे ज़्यादा high weightage आपके chapters फंसे पड़े हैं. और उसके बाद आप coordinate geometry पे आइए. उसमें भी मैं बोलूँगी कि आप सिर्फ ऊपर से पढ़ लो तो भी chill है, क्योंकि coordinate geometry से specifically अगर मैं बोलूँ ellipse से, hyperbola से, parabola से, तो formula based questions directly आपको मिलते हैं. बहुत tough सवाल आएगा, सब बच्चे छोड़ेंगे. कोशिश करो कि solved examples और last 2 years के PYQs कर पाओ. That is more than enough, क्योंकि समय बहुत कम बचा है. All right, so I guess everybody is ready with their pens and notebooks with a lot of josh and excitement.
Chalo, great.
All the very best. We will be calculating the scores for math and chem, और end में देखते हैं which subject wins, and end में also देखते हैं कि किस बच्चे ने लीडर बोर्ड पे टॉप पोजीशन हासिल की है. ठीक है?
And कुछ नहीं होगा तो तजुर्बा तो होगा ही,
100%.
So you will certainly experience a great understanding part, as well as कुछ भी, there's no loss. It's a win-win
There's no loss,
situation,
and
like
it's
I
healthy
say.
competition at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
are you ready, everybody?
Let's dive in. Oh, time for name. तरुण, आप नाम डाल लीजिए, अपना आराम से डाल लीजिए. और ये याद रखिएगा कि यहाँ पर जंग मैथ और केम के बीच में टेक्निकली नहीं है. ये जंग आपकी तैयारी के साथ है. ठीक है ना?
And competition आपके खुद से ही है.
Yes. So give your best shot for both the subjects. बाकी मजे और फन और गेम और कंपटीशन चलता रहेगा. All right, Rishabh, taken into account whatever you said. Let's get started with the first question. Everybody, quickly pull up your socks. First question from math on your screen right now. Let's see. What is the first question? Just wait, give us 1 minute.
Join कैसे करें जो भी पूछ रहे हैं, please go to www.menti.com and type 53672458. Okay, 53672458. Okay, all set.
All right, all set. Everybody, first question from math on your screen right now. Let's see. I guess the code has changed. Can we please tell them the new code? It is 72448882. 72448882. Aman, Tarun, Rushabh, yes, we are pinning in the comments as well the code 72448882. All right, quickly join. I know we have communicated the wrong code, but the right code is 72448882. Joined, Rushabh, Kavita, Aman, यहाँ पर आके एक thumbs up दो that yes ma'am,
10 players ready, 11 players ready. Come on, everybody.
Yes, come on Menti, and then I'll show you the first
have
question.
47 participants and only 16 are ready. Come on, everybody.
Yes, please go.
And tell your friends to join in so that you can have a healthy competition around. It's very important, so please share also.
स्पेशली जो क्वेश्चंस बच्चे आप 1 से 1.5 मिनट में क्रैक कर पाते हैं, ये राउंड 1 के सवाल होते हैं. चाहे केम की बात हो, फिजिक्स की बात हो, मैथ की बात हो, ये वो सवाल हैं जो आपको सबसे पहले जाके अटैक करने हैं और उनको कॉन्कर कर लेना है. बट उसके लिए जरूरी ये होता है कि आप आइडेंटिफाई कर पाओ कि हाँ यार ये 1 मिनट वाला सवाल है, कि हाँ यार इसको करने की अप्रोच मैम ने बताई थी, कि हाँ यार मेरे को ये ट्रिक मैम ने सिखाई थी, ये मुझे यहाँ अप्लाई करनी है. और उसके लिए दिमाग को ट्रेन करना पड़ता है. यू स्वेट इन द ट्रेनिंग, दैट्स व्हेन यू डोंट ब्लीड इन द वॉर, राइट? सो राइट नाउ इट्स टाइम, yeah, you have to do that. Okay, so make the most of this opportunity,
so
of
I
this
think
platform,
most
of this
you
game.
are ready. Those of you who are not, jaldi se aa jao, फटाफट नाम शाम डालो, typing skills बढ़ाओ and mindfulness बढ़ाओ. It is going to really help you out now with the questions which are yet to come. 10 questions combined, chemistry plus math. 10 सवाल आने वाले हैं. So make sure you're all buckled up for it.
Yes, and it's like a test.
I think everybody is ready.
Yep.
So yeah.
Let's go. First question from math. Everyone, listen out carefully. Let x and y be positive. Very, very famous question. If x cube y square is 2 to the power 15, what is the least value of 3x plus 2y? Is it 30 or 32 or 36 or 40? ये एक बहुत ही common variety का सवाल है जो बतेरी बार JEE मेन में पूछा गया है. The fact that you are given an equation consisting of x की कुछ power and y की कुछ power should give you a hint. That hint is what is the solution of this question. If it's hitting you, great. If it's not, this question is going to give you loads of learning. Loads of learning. How many of you all are aware कि क्या करना चाहिए? चमका, ऋषभ? चमकना चाहिए यार. मैं ऐसे सवाल बहुत करा चुकी हूँ आपको, इससे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चंस करा चुकी हूँ. आई हैव ब्रॉट दिस क्वेश्चन फॉर यू टू रिवाइज एंड काइंड ऑफ अगेन पॉलिश दैट कॉन्सेप्ट कि कभी भी आपके पास x क्यूब y स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 2 टू द पावर 15 के टाइप की कोई भी इक्वेशन आती है तो आपको वहां से क्या हिंट लेनी है. व्हाट इज दैट टूल व्हिच विल बी यूजफुल टू क्रैक दिस क्वेश्चन. क्या बात है उत्तम. हाई फाइव यार. वेरी गुड चीकू, वेरी गुड विजय. Awesome job done, Kavita. So I can see still 24 seconds are left, but all of you all have almost voted.
That's nice. And most of the students are giving C and D as the answer in the chat also, I can see.
Let's see. So D. Okay, 23 is not a bad start.
Absolutely. You can feel proud, Bhoomika.
Awesome start. Great. तो hint क्या होती है कि जब आपके पास x cube y square 2 to the power 15 है and moreover a very very small piece of information which is very important is x and y both are positive. तब आपको AM/GM इनइक्वालिटी का इस्तेमाल करना होता है which is only applicable on non-negative quantities. That's why XY positive was a very important piece of information. इसके बाद क्या करना है? 3x और 2y. That's how you have to break it up. That's how you have to break it up. उसके बाद आपके पास क्या आ गया, 5 नॉन नेगेटिव क्वांटिटीज, 3x 2y, लगाओ am greater than equal to gm and you are sorted. सिर्फ वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करनी है, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करना है, and you're done. The minimum value is coming out to be 40. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, great start, great warm up. Next question, Chem.
All right. The question is right in front of you.
Divyanshu, please go to www.menti.com and enter the code 72448882. It is pinned in the comments as well.
Okay, Aman is asking for tough question. Let's see whether the question that is now going to come up on your screen, which is this one. Which of the following molecules is expected to rotate the plane of plane polarized light? Whether you find it tough or not depends totally on you. It's very subjective. So if your prep is good, I think this question is easy peasy. But if it's like your foundations are not strong, this question is gone because kya lagana hai wo pata hi nahi chalega, right? So let's see. Again, I mean for this question, 1 minute is way too much. But jao. जी लो अपनी जिंदगी, कोई बात नहीं.
Okay, Ma'am is being lenient today, huh? She really wants you people to perform well in Chem ke questions. So great. Don't disappoint her.
It's just this question.
Just
all
this
other
question?
questions
Oh.
would take some time for sure.
तो ये शुरुआत बस आसान हुई है, आगे सफर कठिन है.
Let's see. वो तो it is very subjective. So everyone has voted and you can see 10 seconds were
क्या
left.
बात है, great.
Great. So I think this question you found easy. Optically active compound आपको बताना है. Optically inactive compound, active compound, ये सब आपको पता है.
Wow.
So yeah, I can see 26, 27 for math,
23,
right?
23.
Aha, see? So right, the question was simple. The question talks about molecule is expected to show the optical activity basically. है ना? Optical activity कब होती है? Number one, you know that if the plane of the plane polarized light is rotated in any of the directions, then the compound is optically active, right? क्या conditions है? Number one, there should be absence of plane of symmetry. Number two, there should be absence of center of symmetry. ये दो conditions आपको देखनी ही देखनी है. But there can be humongous molecules in which we can't actually pass a plane or make a dot such that we have a COS or a POS का understanding. So the hack was, you look for carbons attached to 4 different groups or elements, right? Well, if you see the first option out here, we have 2 chiral carbons. And the moment you have 2 chiral carbons, you have to think of POS or COS, right? तो आप देख लो, यहाँ पे plane of symmetry है क्या? 2 chiral carbon तो हैं, but chiral carbon होना मतलब ये नहीं है कि जैसे बादल होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि बारिश होगी.
सही बात.
ऐसे ही chiral carbon होने का मतलब ये नहीं है optical activity होगी.
Presence is not enough, yeah.
The most important condition is absence of POS and COS. That's the foremost thing that you have to keep in mind. So yes, if you see this plane, this is not a plane of symmetry. I'm sure you can see it's not bisecting the molecule in 2 equal halves such that the first half is the mirror image of the second half. ऊपर NH2 है तो नीचे भी NH2 होना चाहिए था ना? Which is not the case. So this horizontal plane is not the plane of symmetry, but this one is, right? ऊपर NH2 है तो right side भी NH2 है, नीचे PH है तो right side भी PH है, H अगर inside the plane है तो दूसरी side भी H inside the plane है, so यहाँ पे POS है. Okay, so is expected to rotate, this will not rotate because our conditions are not fulfilled. Second option. You can see this is not a chiral carbon altogether. We have 2 same atoms and what did we say? The carbon should be attached to 4 different groups, right? So B is also gone. C has a chiral carbon, so C has to be your answer. And C is something that you gave as your answer, so super cool. D, of course, same group, so cannot be your answer. Easy peasy, but let's see.
Did you
going
keep
ahead.
such a question in the last Menti as well? मुझे plane of symmetry याद आ रहा है that you were discussing.
So, like I said, GOC is
Oh, the
actually the foundation.
Got
तो
it.
ये आपको haloalkanes में भी आप ऐसा सुनोगे मेरे मुंह से plane of symmetry. Alcohol में भी आप सुन लोगे plane of symmetry. So yeah.
So the first Menti का
Good
topic.
that you're learning chemistry, huh, Bhoomika? That's cool.
No, but that's why I think पहले Menti में GOC रखना was a very sensible decision, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Great.
Has to be.
So the first leaderboard is on your screen. This is the time of judgment. Let's see. I am pretty curious to see who is there at the top. Shlok, congratulations, one of the regular students.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
have come for the second time, but I know Shlok now. Great.
Tarun second, Raghav third. Raghav has one Menti. I guess a couple of times
All
before.
right, all right.
Love
It's a tough
site.
competition, I
It
believe.
is. You remember Harshpreet? She was also in the top 10 in the
Correct,
last Menti.
correct, right.
Burger, someone, Hola, Hop, Vijay and Raja.
I
Ye
love the
naam-
name that
yeah.
they keep. I mean, the IUPIC
Creative.
nomenclature should be learned from you guys. Forget about IUPIC. You should start your IUPIC department now.
Awesome creativity. All right, but ये सिर्फ पहला Menti था, and we are just down with one question from math, one question from chem. You still have 4 questions per subject left, an opportunity to come in the leaderboard 4 times. So let's go. Second question. Second question from math. Everybody brace yourself. The code I'm telling you 72448888 to enter Menti and then play this game. सवाल आपसे क्या कह रहा है? Let's see. The question says sum of all those terms, and you have to solve this with speed, which are rational numbers in the expansion of 2 to the power 1 by 3 plus 3 to the power 1 by 4 whole to the power 12. It is a very important PYQ. Rational numbers का count बताना है. Count के अलावा उनका sum बताना है. What do you think? तो जब आप एक्सपेंशन खोलोगे उसके अंदर जो रैशनल नंबर्स वाले टर्म्स आएंगे उनका सम रिपोर्ट करना है हमें. इज इट 89 और 27 और 35 और 43? काफी कॉन्सेप्चुअल सवाल, बहुत ही बेसिक लेवल का सवाल है ये, क्योंकि इसमें आप जनरल टर्म का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करते हैं और उसके बाद अपना लॉजिक, अपनी रैशनल थिंकिंग अप्लाई करते हैं. उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पे. देयर इज
Rational numbers, rational thinking.
रैशनल नंबर्स, रैशनल थिंकिंग, राइट? कुछ भी ऐसा बाउंसर कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है यहाँ पे जो आपको पता होना चाहिए. जनरल टर्म निकालते आता है और उसके बाद सिंपल बेसिक लॉजिक लगाते आता है. यू विल बी एबल टू सेल थ्रू दिस क्वेश्चन स्मूथली. डी अरमान, डी विजय, रॉयल विजय एंड कौशिक, डी अगेन, तरुण, कुछ भी, व्हाट कुछ भी, ABCD में से कुछ भी. बी स्पेसिफिक, because if at all you give wrong answer, so be honest with yourself and give yourself a negative
20
marking of
seconds were
-1.
left and everybody already voted.
Great.
Super.
Great, yeah.
Oh,
25.
nice.
Not
Nice.
bad, not bad.
Nice. It's an elevation from the previous one. 23
100%.
से गया 25. Not bad.
Growth matters, yeah. Great. तो r plus 1th term लिखा है, which is NCR, तो 12CR, 2 की power 1 by 3 की power r, and next term की power 12 minus r. When you simplify this and write it neatly, तो आपके पास क्या आता है? 12CR, 2 की power r by 3, and then 3 की power 3 minus what? This is 12 minus r actually होना चाहिए, r by 4. तो 3 minus r by 4 होना चाहिए. 3 minus r by 4 होना चाहिए 3 की पावर में. करेक्ट? अब आप खुद सोचो r वाले टर्म्स कौन से हैं. एक जगह लिखा है r by 3, एक जगह लिखा है r by 4. इनफैक्ट एक जगह लिखा है r by 3, एक जगह लिखा है 3 minus r by 4. तो r by 3 को एक होल नंबर होना पड़ेगा, जो वो कब कब हो सकता है? जब r 0 हो, 3 हो, 6 हो, 9 हो, 12 हो. तो r by 3 के होल नंबर होने के लिए r के पास ये 5 ऑप्शंस हैं, और मैं दूसरी पावर के पास जाऊं which is 3 minus r by 4, तो ये ओवरऑल पावर को होल नंबर होना पड़ेगा. और ये कब होगी? कब होगी? जब r 0 होगा, उस केस में 3 minus 0 मतलब 3 पावर हो जाएगी. जब r 4 होगा, उस केस में 3 minus 1 पावर 2 हो जाएगी. और जब r 8 होगा, 8 होगा तो क्या होगा? 3 minus 2 पावर 1 हो जाएगी. और जब r 12 होगा तो 3 minus 3 पावर 0 हो जाएगी. राइट? एक तरफ r के पास ये 5 ऑप्शंस हैं और दूसरी तरफ r के पास ये 4 ऑप्शंस हैं. I want the entire term to be rational, so I need the intersection, the commonality between both these r की possibilities. Right? क्योंकि जो कॉमन वाले r होंगे उसी के लिए ये पूरा टर्म रैशनल टर्न आउट होगा. We don't want a part of it to be rational, we want the entire term to be rational. Cool? तो क्या क्या कॉमन दिख रहा है आपको?
0 and 12.
R0, R12. That's it. R को 0 and 12 plug in करो, you will get 2 terms. These are the 2 rational terms. You have to report the sum, add them up, and 43 is your answer. Okay? Very easy? Yes? ये सवाल वो हैं जो बार बार JEE main में आते हैं, तो make a note of it. All right. Moving on to next question from Chem.
All right. I hope you are ready, and this is a real thinker question, okay? The optically inactive compound from the following is. So this is 2015 question, okay? And this will give you a hang of IUPIC nomenclature also, because you can't do the answer till the time you decode what the compounds are. And all 4 options, you have to draw their structures, and then only you can do it. So option A is 2-chloropentane. Option B is 2-chloropropinol. Option C is 2-chloro-2-methylbutane. Option D is 2-chlorobutane. Look at the sequence of options also. Do not say कि मैम B को हमने C समझ लिया या C को B समझ लिया. That is also important.
High possibility.
Be very mindful of how the placement of options is. Right?
This is a lengthy question.
Yeah, because they have to decode all the 4 options. From IUPAC nomenclature, they have to draw the structure, and then after drawing the structure, but see, they saved their 10, at least 12 seconds. Great. Oh, so tough competition between B and C, I can see.
Super tough.
Okay, so I mean, I was successful in trapping you people, it feels. Chalo, dekhte hain. Optically inactive compound बताना था. तो first of all, be mindful of the question. Read the question carefully. You can't say that ma'am, I read optically active compound and did my question. So that means, and then you come back and say silly mistake. It's a blunder. You have to read the question carefully. इतना ही काम है आपका. और कुछ है नहीं इसमें. So optically inactive compound पहचाना था. 2-chloropentane में chiral carbon दिख रहा है, as there is one carbon which is attached to 4 different groups. जो चौथा group है वो hydrogen है, of course. Next one, option B, if you see, again it has a chiral carbon. One is this CHO group, one is methyl group, one is chloro group, one is hydrogen. Of course, there is a chiral carbon. Option C, there is no chiral carbon. There are 2 methyls. You need to have 4 different groups. So B, if you said, I do not know why you considered B, because clearly there are 4 different groups. Huh? Quite visible. But here we can see 2 methyls. So 2-chloro, 2-methyl, butane, you see? So this becomes your answer. D also has a chiral carbon. You can see all 4 groups are different, right? So option C becomes the right answer.
B or C में there was confusion, right?
हाँ, तो that is what I was saying. इनको placement जो है ना B और C इस तरीके की
फंस गए.
आपको मैंने उसी वक्त बोल दिया. Be mindful of where the B and C are placed. That is very important.
Yeah, so every time it's not the concept which will trap you. Sometimes you have to be very vigilant while reading the question.
Rishabh gave me this C wala thing because I love saying one thing, you know, whenever C is an answer, I say, please see, the right answer to this question is option C. This is like my D line, my go-to line. Chalo, ye dhyan se dekhiega, theek hai? Next question onwards, but
it's time for the leaderboard.
How well you have performed.
Yes.
And whether there's a status quo maintained or there is some shuffling happening.
Certainly there is shuffling. There are new people who've entered here.
Great. So Tarun is on the top. Harshpreet has come from, I think, 3rd position to 2nd now?
Or 3rd,
okay, right. Raghav has come a little down from the previous one, I think. Soumya
entered the
Dr. Centipede. Soham. Shoham. Vijay. Hola Hop
was there.
Someone.
There.
Burger is also there.
Okay.
Lovely.
Not bad. Congratulations. 2 leaderboards are done. We are still left with 3 leaderboards. You have great opportunity to still move up the ladder. Okay? Amp up your game, bache. Amp up your game. The next question from math on your screen. Quickly. Come on. Let's dive into this question. Let's see what it says, what it demands from us. किस concept से है, किस chapter से है. Very good question. 8 persons are to be transported from city A to city B in 3 cars of different makes. तो 3 अलग-अलग तरह की कार हैं. If each car can accommodate at most 3 persons, then the number of ways in which they can be transported is what? Basic PNC का सवाल. अगर आपको grouping and distribution का concept आता है, this question is a cakewalk. And if you've not studied it, oh my God, that's a blunder. Because it's one of the most high weightage and loved topics of NTA, जहाँ से आपको सवाल मिल सकता है. The options are 560, 1680, 3360 or 1120. Be very careful while interpreting the statement of the question. सवाल आपको एक story line दे रहा है, उसको please interpret कीजिए. Try to visualize what's going on. Try to make a rough figure in your notebooks and then try to come up with the correct way to crack the question.
So a lot of competitive examinations also, like others, अगर आप बात करें UPSC की या फिर bank POs की, these kind of questions are the common questions.
Very common.
And I love these kind of questions.
You should too. So these people, they're scared of PNC so much. कम से कम
I mean, so am I, but but I love them.
You love brainstorming on them.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
But I would take my own time, you know, to do this. Not 1.5 minutes. For sure.
Okay, अभी भी time बचा है 10 second and you people are literally using every second I can see. Otherwise, everybody has voted का page आ जाता है. हाँ. Okay. 3, 2 and 1 and the time is up. काफी बच्चों ने गलत भी किया ये सवाल, बट 21 ऑफ यू ऑल हैव मैनेज्ड टू गेट दिस करेक्ट. आई थिंक पिछले सवाल में 18 बच्चों ने केमिस्ट्री में सही किया था एंड 25 डिड मैथ राइट, as far as I remember.
Correct.
All right, तो 3 cars हैं C1, C2, C3 और 8 persons are to be transported from city A to city B. तो city A और city B के बीच में 3 cars हैं. You can make just 3 passages. ठीक है, 8 बंदे हैं. हर कार में at most 3 बंदे बैठ सकते हैं. तो आप खुद लॉजिकली सोच के देखो यार कैसे प्लेस करोगे. एक ही तरीका है, एक कार में 3, एक कार में 3, एक कार में 2, और कोई तरीका ही नहीं, और कोई तरीका ही नहीं है. एक कार में 3, एक कार में 3, एक कार में 2. मतलब आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, इन 8 बंदों को 3 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड करना है ऑफ साइज 3, 3 and 2. इन हाउ मेनी वेज कैन यू मेक दीज ग्रुप्स? यू नो द फॉर्मूला? डू यू नो द फॉर्मूला? 8 फैक्टोरियल अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल इंटू 3 फैक्टोरियल इंटू 2 फैक्टोरियल. लेकिन क्योंकि 3 फैक्टोरियल 2 बार आ रहा है, एक एक्स्ट्रा 2 फैक्टोरियल आएगा. दिस इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज इन विच यू कैन मेक 3 ग्रुप्स ऑफ साइज 3, 3 and 2. पर मैं कह रही हूं कि तीनों कारें तीनों अलग कारें, ईच कार इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम वन अनदर. अब मैं किसी में भी 3 को बिठा सकती हूँ, किसी में भी दूसरे 3 को बिठा सकती हूँ, और किसी में भी अगले 2 को बिठा सकती हूँ. तो ये पूरे नंबर ऑफ ग्रुप्स जो मैंने बनाए हैं उनको मैं 3 फैक्टोरियल तरीकों से इन तीनों कार्स के बीच में परम्यूट कर सकती हूँ, अरेंज कर सकती हूँ, शफल कर सकती हूँ. राइट? तो नंबर ऑफ ग्रुप्स जो बने इनटू 3 फैक्टोरियल इज द नंबर ऑफ वेज यू कैन अरेंज. दैट्स योर आंसर. वेरी लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन. ग्रुपिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इट इज राजा. परफेक्ट. यू डिड रॉन्ग इन हरी. कहाँ गलती हुई तरुण? क्या अप्रोच लगाने में गलती हुई, नेविगेट करने में गलती हुई, कि कैलकुलेशन करने में गलती हुई?
So Tarun is saying I did wrong in hurry. तो ये ही आपका प्रैक्टिस है. Why we keep saying कि यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस जितनी कर सकते हो करो, and stopwatch के साथ जरूर प्रैक्टिस करो, because what happens is, like I said, I would take eternity to do this question, but I would love it. Right? But you can't take eternity. That's not something that you can afford. You have to do it in the limited time. So it's better that whenever you're doing the practice of questions, you keep the stopwatch with you. Correct. And be mindful of the
time you're taking.
Right?
Yeah. It at the end of the day, it's speed versus
सही
speed
आप
and
कर लोगे,
accuracy.
आप पूरा का पूरा JEE main ठीक कर लोगे. Nobody is denying that. But it is important that you do it in the limited time that you're given.
तो यहाँ भी अगर हम आपके ऊपर 1.5 मिनट का टाइमर का प्रेशर डालते हैं, embrace it, don't run away from it. क्योंकि ट्रेनिंग नहीं दोगे, यहाँ झटका नहीं पड़ेगा तो कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकल भी नहीं पाओगे. करेक्ट? सो एम्ब्रेस इट, प्लीज लर्न फ्रॉम योर मिस्टेक्स. लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम केमिस्ट्री.
चलिए, लेट्स सी. द आइसोमेरिक deuterated bromide with molecular formula C4H8DBr having 2 chiral carbon atoms is. So again, this is the latest question. JEE Mains 2023 का सवाल है ये. And again, what you have to do is decode the names. IUPAC nomenclature का again a very good practice. So 2-bromo-1-deuterobutane, 2-bromo-1-deutero-2-methylpropane, 2-bromo-3-deuterobutane, and 3-bromo-2-deuterobutane. Very simple. All that is required from your end is first the decoding, and then you have to look for the carbons which are chiral, and you need to have 2 chiral carbons, not 1, 2 chiral carbons, right? So be very careful how you find it. You know that. I need not to say. Let the 10 seconds pass and I'll tell you how to.
काफी बच्चों का आंसर आ गया. I think C is what they are voting for mostly.
Okay, 2 chiral carbons. Let's see.
And time is up.
All right. So please see,
Beautiful.
the right answer was indeed option C, and 22 of you have given the right answer. I think that was a pretty simple question. The only decoding which was required, and why I have given you 1 minute, is because every option requires expansion. हर option को आपको खोलकर देखना पड़ेगा, IUPAC को तोड़ना पड़ेगा. And I wanted to give you a good practice of IUPAC nomenclature. So one and another thing to keep in mind is deuterium is going to act like a separate group as compared to hydrogen. है हाइड्रोजन का आइसोटोप, but you will consider it a separate group altogether, right? So that means, yes, we have 1 chiral carbon. When we draw 2-bromo-1-deuterobutane, you can see there's just 1 chiral carbon. Rest all, none of the carbons has 4 different groups attached, right? But if we look at the next one, we have no chiral carbon here, out, है ना? हमें तो 2 chiral carbon चाहिए, यहाँ पे तो एक भी नहीं है. 2 methyl जुड़े हुए हैं ये वाले carbon से, जहाँ पे bromine है, if you see. So, gone. B option is gone. C, if you see, yup, that's what we are looking for, 2 chiral carbons. And if you see, ये वाला जो carbon है जहाँ पे deuterium है, वहाँ पे एक hydrogen है. So, both are going to be considered 2 different groups. So of course there are 2 chiral carbons in option C, and that is what your answer is. D also you can see there is 1 chiral carbon only. We needed to find out 2 of them and not 1. So question was easy, right?
So I think it's a very recent PYQ. Rajesh Singh कल ही solve किया था, but फिर भी गलती हो रही है.
So you have to be mindful, and stopwatch वाला जो चीज है इसको please follow करना start कर दो, because the only reason it goes wrong is because you know the clock is ticking.
Yeah, and you're not habitual of, you know, accommodating that pressure जो उससे आता है. Okay? Easy question, but all right. So let's go. Let's see the leaderboard का status क्या है.
This is fun, huh?
This is fun.
For us. I don't know what is it for them. You may tell us in the chat what is it for you when you see the leaderboard.
So Raghav is leading right now. Soumya has made a great comeback. Tarun
And
bhi काफी ऊपर आ
fastest.
गया.
Soumya
Very
was
nice.
fastest. Great.
Very nice. Dr. Centipede, Harshpreet, नीचे ऊपर Harshpreet is like kind of struggling. Mars, Niranjana, Burger, Kanishka, Shoham काफी नीचे आ चुके हैं, अभी ऊपर थे. But congratulations to the top 10. This is the 3rd leaderboard, guys. 3rd leaderboard. Take it seriously now.
So
The
2 more
game-
left. Time to brace
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah,
Chalo.
and the game is getting more and more serious. Agla sawal from math. Let's see what this has to say. 3 dice are rolled if the probability of getting different numbers on the 3 dice is P by Q, where P and Q are co-prime. What is Q minus P equal to? Again, a very recent PYQ, completely logic based. आपको algebra के बहुत सारे chapters से डर लगता है, लेकिन बहुत सारे सवाल जो आपको algebra से मिलते हैं वो basic rational thinking के ऊपर based रहते हैं, logic पे based रहते हैं. अगर आप panic ना करें, अगर आप statement को आराम से पढ़ें, एक बार सांस लेके इमेजिन करने की कोशिश करें कि सवाल कह क्या रहा है, आई कैन गारंटी मोस्ट ऑफ यू ऑल विल बी एबल टू क्रैक द क्वेश्चन 100%. तो थोड़ा भरोसा रखें खुद पे और स्टेटमेंट को बहुत ही ज़्यादा ध्यान से पढ़ें एंड कीप इमेजिनिंग, कीप विजुअलाइजिंग एज यू रीडिंग द स्टेटमेंट. 3 dice are rolled. Probability of getting different numbers on the 3 dice is P by Q. Okay, P and Q co-prime, Q minus P बताना है. You are still left with 40 seconds. People are voting for A, B. कोई A बोल रहा है, कोई B बोल रहा है. So the options are 3, 4, 1 and 2. Basic probability का सवाल. काफी अच्छा क्वेश्चन. Probability अगर आपने पूरा नहीं भी पढ़ा, अगर सिर्फ NCERT लेवल पे भी आपने सिर्फ स्कूल लेवल पे ही probability पढ़ा है, ये क्वेश्चन क्रैक करने लायक हो आप 100%. So that's not an excuse कि मैम probability नहीं पढ़ा. बहुत बच्चे probability end के लिए छोड़ते हैं. They're kind of scared of it. But you just need basic.
I really wish Yudhishthir
understanding.
knew probability, na? Whenever I
Oh,
see
yeah.
dice वाले questions, मुझे
You remember?
शकुनी, दुर्योधन और युधिष्ठिर दिमाग में आता है.
क्या बात है.
I wish they knew probability.
All right, so 23 of you all have got this correct. Not a bad score. सबसे पहले total की बात करें तो 3 dice हैं. So total number of outcomes is 6 into 6 into 6, which is 216. लेकिन मुझे चाहिए तीनों dice में अलग अलग outcome आए. तो मेरे पास outcomes की जो list है वो क्या है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All 6 are distinct. It's a very important observation. All 6 are distinct. इन 6 में से मैं कोई भी 3 चुनूंगी और उन 3 को इन 3 dice के corresponding permute कर दूंगी. तो 6C3 into 3 factorial. 6C3, 6 choose 3 into 3 factorial. That's my total number of favorable outcomes. Upon 216 will give you your answer, which is 5 by 9. Of course, 5 and 9 are co-prime. So P की value 5 है, Q की value 9 है, Q minus P comes out to be 4. Simple. As simple as that. Any confusion, anybody? Uttam, Kapil, Raja? Quickly tell me. Any confusion, or were you able to visualize nicely? You understood how to navigate this question? How they are solving in 5 seconds? यार अब शोहम बच्चे हैं. सबकी अपनी काबिलियत है. Easy, clear, all right.
But this would take a while, right? तुक्के से नहीं होगा ये.
तुक्के से नहीं होगा. तुक्के से नहीं होगा. Right direction में thought.
Chalo, next question on your screens now. Look at this. Which of the following compounds shows geometrical isomerism? Like I said, this session is also good practice of IUPAC nomenclature, though I'm not directly asking you IUPAC nomenclature, but indirectly it is being asked. So geometrical isomerism देखना है. Again, बच्चा पार्टी A, B, C, D की positioning ढंग से देख लेना. ये मत कहना कुछ भी कि मैम B और C को हमने mismatch कर लिया. Be very mindful of where the options are placed. So A, 2-methyl pent 1-ene. B, 4-methyl pent 1-ene. C, 2-methyl pent 2-ene. D, 4-methyl pent 2-ene. राइट? या तो पेंट 1 इन है या फिर पेंट 2 इन है. आपको बताना है कौन सा शो करेगा ज्योमेट्रिकल आइसोमेरिज्म. ओके, लेट्स सी. ड्रॉ करिए और फाइंड करिए. कंडीशंस मैं आपको बताऊंगी इन जस्ट नेक्स्ट 10 seconds, बट आई होप यू नो द कंडीशंस. 5 more seconds and
Time's
time
up.
is up. Okay, so 20 of you have got it right, and I can still see many of you have got it wrong, though the question was not difficult at all. The only thing that was required was decoding. So let's see the answers. Look at this. 2-methyl pent 1-ene. The moment you're drawing pent 1-ene, आपको समझ में आ ही रहा होगा 2 पे मिथाइल है, तो there's no possibility that. अच्छा, कंडीशंस देख लेते हैं पहले. कंडीशन नंबर 1, रिस्ट्रिक्टेड रोटेशन होना मांगता है. कंडीशन नंबर 2, आपका जो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड सिस्टम है उसके दोनों टर्मिनल्स को आपने देखना है. द टर्मिनल्स शुड हैव डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स अटैच्ड. करेक्ट? 2 हाइड्रोजन्स अटैच्ड है, डिफरेंट तो नहीं हुए ना, हर टर्मिनल पे डिफरेंट होने चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे 2 हाइड्रोजन से रूल्ड आउट. ए कैन नॉट बी योर आंसर. बी इज सिमिलर केस, बस आगे राइट साइड में थोड़ी बहुत चीजें चेंज हुई है. वो तो H2 तो स्टिल इज देयर इन पेंट 1-ene. बी इज रूल्ड आउट. सी, इफ यू सी अगेन, इफ यू सी 2 मिथाइल है, 2 मिथाइल पेंट 2-ene है आपके पास, 2 मिथाइल अगेन सेम ग्रुप्स. बट if you see option D, here is where you have across the 2 terminals. पहले पहला टर्मिनल देखो, एक मिथाइल है और एक हाइड्रोजन है. दूसरा टर्मिनल देखो, एक आइसोप्रोपाइल ग्रुप है, एक हाइड्रोजन है. डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स. यप. कंडीशन 2 fulfilled. यप. So having just restricted system is not enough. You need to have different groups on either side of the terminal. 2 conditions if fulfilled, of course there is geometrical isomerism, so D becomes the right answer. Organic chemistry कह रहा है यार ये कपिल की worst thing in JEE syllabus, and let me tell you,
I think he's not studied from you.
no, that
That's
is the
why.
for sure there. वो तो मैं doubt ही नहीं कर रही. But it is the most scoring subject. You know it or you do not know it. Once you know it, you cannot do it wrong. So I mean, you can't crack JEE without having a strong hand on organic.
Definitely.
And advanced तो भूल ही जाओ. Advanced का favorite है organic chemistry. Favorite, like always the highest weightage out of the 3 realms, right? Great. So
Even yeah, being a math teacher, even we say कि यार पहले chemistry से grab करो जितने number आप कर सकते हो. And organic is scoring, isn't it?
and देखते हैं organic के बाद अब क्या final leaderboard पे क्या हो रहा है. Raghav fastest and
He's
on
not
the top.
ready to fidget from the first position.
Great,
Soumya
great.
is also sticking there at the second
Right, tough
place.
competition.
Tough competition. Tarun, Harshpreet, Shoham ऊपर आ चुके हैं.
I think the top 4-5 is
kind of the
a
same.
kind of same, just shuffling here and there. But yeah,
Mars,
great.
top
Raghav was fastest and on the top. Great.
विजय कुमार, बर्गर, निरंजना, all right. तो last leaderboard की chance मिलेगी आपको इसके बाद. And beyond that, there is no more leaderboard left. तो very last leaderboard की fight बची है. Last question from math, last question from chem. पिछले सवाल के लिए कोई मुझसे पूछ रहा था 3 factorial से multiply क्यों किया? क्योंकि बच्चे तीनों coins पे अपने को different outcomes चाहिए. तीनों coins पे, coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, right? एक बार आपने 6 में से 3 आउटकम चूज कर लिए. अब वो जो 3 आउटकम है, सपोज 2, 4 और 6 चूज किया. अब 2 पहले पे, 4 दूसरे पे, 6 इस पे आ सकता है, या 6 पहले पे, 2 बाद में, 4 इस पे आ सकता है. तो बेसिकली क्या कर रहे हो आप? ये तीनों आउटकम को इन 3 कॉइन्स के साथ परम्यूट कर रहे हो ना. दैट इज व्हाई यू आर मल्टीप्लाइंग विद 3 फैक्टोरियल. गॉट इट? ओके, let's go to the next math question, the very last math question and the very last chem question in this round. Everyone brace yourself. Question क्या कह रहा है? Let's take a good read.
Last question.
Last
from
question and a very good level up question. The equation e to the power sin x minus e to the power minus sin x minus 4 equal to 0 has infinite number of real roots, exactly 1 real root, no real roots, exactly 4 real roots. ये कैलकुलस का सवाल नहीं है, ठीक है? ये कैलकुलस का सवाल नहीं है. इसमें आपको एक छोटी सी ट्रिक यूज करनी है ऑफ सब्स्टिट्यूशन राइट इन द बिगिनिंग. देन यू विल गेट अ क्वाड्रेटिक. यू हैव टू सॉल्व एंड एनालाइज द आंसर्स. एनालाइज देम हार्ड. द आंसर्स दैट यू गेट, आपको उनको ढंग से परखना है कि वो आपसे कहना क्या चाह रहे हैं. Which ones will you accept? Which ones will you reject? And accordingly, what is your final conclusion? Rushabh, no real roots. काफी क्विक आंसर, but is it even correct? प्लीज चेक. ग्राफ बनाने की आयुष यहाँ जरूरत नहीं है बच्चे. डोंट अटैक दिस क्वेश्चन यूजिंग कैलकुलस का अप्रोच, बिकॉज आप डेरिवेटिव निकालते ही रह जाओगे. कोई जरूरत नहीं है. मुझे पता है शक्ल देख के लग रहा है कैलकुलस का सवाल है. एंड तरुण इज काइंड ऑफ गिविंग द राइट हिंट कि की पावर साइन एक्स को टी ले सकते हैं, विच इज वेरी वेरी इंटेलिजेंट मूव. इट्स अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट मूव. कपिल सी, सौम्या बी, काफी कंफ्यूजन, काफी टसल. शोहम ऑल्सो बी. पूर्वांश सेइंग वन रूट मतलब सी, तो बी सी बी सी बी सी. Fight is pretty fierce and you're still left with just 10 seconds. Come on,
Everyone
buck
has
up.
already voted, I can see.
Yes, 25 of y'all have got this correct. Not bad at
Not
all.
bad at all.
Great
Absolutely.
end. क्योंकि ये सवाल थोड़ा सा लंबा था. मैं कहूंगी कि e की पावर sin x को t लिया आपने तो आपके पास बहुत ही प्यार से क्वाड्रेटिक बनी, लेकिन उसका मिडिल टर्म ब्रेक करना was not possible. So you had to use the श्रीधराचार्य formula or the quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. करेक्ट. यहां से t की वैल्यू आपको मिलती है 2 प्लस माइनस रूट 5. बट व्हेन यू प्लग बैक द वैल्यू ऑफ t व्हिच इज e की पावर sin x, what you have to realize is कि एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन हमेशा पॉजिटिव होता है, लेकिन 2 माइनस रूट 5 इज अ नेगेटिव क्वांटिटी. तो e की पावर sin x 2 माइनस रूट 5 तो कभी भी नहीं हो सकता. रिमेंबर एक्सपोनेंशियल का ग्राफ, इट इज ऑलवेज स्ट्रिक्टली अबव द एक्स एक्सिस, ऑलवेज. राइट मतलब एक ही पॉसिबल वैल्यू है e की पावर sin x की, which is 2 plus root 5, which means sin x will be log of 2 plus root 5. But wait a second, log 1 0 होता है और 1 के जैसे ही आप आगे जाते हो, जब जैसे ही आप इनपुट को 1 से बड़ा करते हो उसका आउटपुट 0 से बड़ा हो जाता है. Isn't it? In fact, if you check log e is 1, right? And जब आप 2 plus root 5 की बात करते हो वो e से भी बड़ा है. So what do you get? Log of 2 plus root 5 is greater than 1 because it's a strictly increasing function. If 2 plus root 5 is greater than e, log 2 plus root 5 will be greater than log e. That means log 2 plus root 5 will be greater than 1. And why is that a problem? क्योंकि साइन की रेंज ही -1 इंटरवल होती है यार. ग्रेटर देन 1 आउटपुट साइन दे ही नहीं सकता. मतलब कि sin x किसी भी रियल x के लिए अपना आंसर log of 2 plus root 5 नहीं दे सकता. तो ऐसा कोई x एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता, ऐसा कोई रियल x एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. मतलब रियल रूट्स इस इक्वेशन के एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते हैं. देयर आर नो रियल रूट्स. तो सबसे पहले मुझे लगता है ऋषभ ने कहा था नो रियल रूट्स एंड आई वाज लाइक काइंड ऑफ पुटिंग हिम इन अ डाउट की check your answer.
Okay, tell me one thing. Can we not take ln both the sides, like take 4 on the right hand side and then put ln on left
Which
and
4?
right?
This 4.
Like here, if I put ln on left hand side and take 4 on the right hand side and put ln on the 4 on
But
right.
how will that help?
That will
उसके
not
बाद क्या
help.
करोगे?
So ln e to the power sin x.
But यहाँ माइनस है ना. आप लॉग की
Okay.
प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करना चाह रहे हो, but then
Right.
you'll get stuck. Yeah. Okay. But great job.
I was trying to keep my mind busy somewhere.
Awesome. So this was the last question from math. We are done with 5 questions from math. Killer questions. Let's go to the last question from Chem.
And last question of the day. The question is very simple, but let's see if you can do it or not. If you know it, you can certainly do it very easily. Again, the question has options C and B. थोड़ा सा placement देख लेना. You do not have to get confused there. Also, absolute configuration निकाल दिए. Structure देख लीजिए. If there is any doubt in looking at the structure, तो मैं बता देती हूँ. COOH लगा है. Second carbon पे OH on the right, H on the left. Third carbon पे Cl on the right, H on the left, and CH3 सबसे नीचे. Right? Very simple. There are simple rules to find out R and S configuration. All that you have to do is set the priority right. If you have set the priority right, I mean, this question cannot go wrong. And I'm sure all my lions out there are going to roar the right answer for this because simple conditions and we have done it in class, right? So this cannot go wrong. कैसे जाना है वो आपको पता है. When we assign the priority, what do we have to look for? See, 10 seconds were left and you have already voted, so good for me. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, 10, 8 and 5 were giving wrong answers also, but D ultimately came out to be the right answer. But this question was simplest question. I mean, what do we call it? Chumma question, huh?
Ah, right. Chumeshwari.
So all that you had to do was set the priority right in life and in the structure.
100%.
Both. So, priority कैसे set करनी है? Not by atomic mass. That's the biggest blunder that you do. Not by atomic mass. What do you have to look for? Atomic number. Make sure nothing, no dispute. When there is a dispute, you go to the next one. Next atom का देखते हैं atomic number ही. कब देखते हैं एटॉमिक मास? जब आइसोटोप्स है, हाइड्रोजन एंड ड्यूटेरियम में एटॉमिक नंबर सेम है, देन यू हैव टू गो अकॉर्डिंग टू द एटॉमिक मास, बट नॉट अदरवाइज. So OH gets the first priority, right? So look at this. Second gets the priority. नीचे वाला जो पूरा ग्रुप है, that gets the second priority. Why? Because अगर आप नीचे थर्ड कार्बन को देखो तो यहाँ पे भी कार्बन है. फर्स्ट कार्बन को देखो, दैट इज ऑल्सो कार्बन. लुक एट दिस, नंबरिंग मैंने यहाँ करी है 1 2 3 4. आई एम टॉकिंग राइट नाउ इन टर्म्स ऑफ द IUPAC nomenclature, how you do the numbering. So if you see first and third, both are carbons. So we go to the next one, like I said. यहाँ पे टाई हो गया, दोनों का atomic number सेम है. So if we go to the next one has oxygen, the other one has chlorine. Who wins? Chlorine. So second one हो गया नीचे वाला group. So you go from 1 to 2. And do you drive?
Yeah.
How do you take a right turn? How do you rotate the steering wheel?
Towards the right.
That's right. So even she knows RNS configuration. See,
Oh my God.
clockwise, right, R. Okay, so clockwise यहाँ पे क्या है? Clockwise R. But when hydrogen or the fourth priority group is on the vertical axis, here it is on the horizontal, so you just had to switch. So it becomes S. So second हुआ S. Okay. So 50-50 already हो चुका है. B and C cannot be your answers. Either it's A or D. Rule out करो पहले. फिर अब हम नीचे वाले पे जाते हैं. First priority किसको मिलेगी? क्लोरीन को. Check this out. Second priority, नीचे कार्बन है, ऊपर भी कार्बन है, बट उसके साथ ऑक्सीजन जुड़ा हुआ है, तो सेकेंड प्रायोरिटी ऊपर वाले को. वी गो फ्रॉम 1 to 2. अगेन इट इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, so should have been S, right? But fourth priority is on a horizontal line, so it becomes R. D becomes your answer. So
Too much analysis, right?
easy, very easy. Once you have a hang and you've done enough practice, I mean, these kind of questions are cakewalk, nothing
क्या
less.
बात है.
एकदम हलवा questions. Okay? So I mean, yeah, this was very
Awesome,
simple if you know
awesome.
it. Okay?
Great, Tarun. I will not come in the first position. क्यों भाई?
देखते हैं कौन है first position पे फिर.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I think
Raghav
Raghav is
Dodia.
winning for the third time or the fourth time, Raghav. I really want to know.
OG.
He is the Menti master, I would say.
3686 points. That's quite high number of
Yeah.
points, huh?
But congrats, yeah, Soumya, Tarun, everyone who are there in top 5, in fact in the top 10, because it's not a joke. It is seriously not a joke. You're just around 40 days, there are 40 days left for your exam, और इस वक्त बहुत कुछ आप पढ़ चुके हैं, बहुत कुछ आपको आता है, और ये मेंटी आपके लिए काइंड ऑफ अ टेस्ट है, एक क्विज है अपने आप को जज करने का कि वेयर डू यू स्टैंड. और इस प्रेशर सिचुएशन में भी इफ यू आर एबल टू कम इन द टॉप 10 इट इज ब्यूटीफुल.
So Rushabh is saying, मैम मैंने आंसर्स तो दिए थे पर लीडर बोर्ड पे नहीं आया. So possibility is the quickness.
या
आप अगर एकदम एंड में भी आंसर दे रहे हो, लेट्स से द लास्ट सेकंड, देन उससे आपका जो स्कोर है वो डिस्टॉर्ट हो जाता है थोड़ा, राइट?
डेफिनेटली.
So yeah, but nonetheless, moral of the story is start preparing yourself now with a stopwatch, keeping the track of the time in mind.
In fact, if the mock test that we are planning to conduct on our channel,
Correct.
उसमें भी हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हर सवाल के साथ एक टाइमर लेके आएं, ताकि आपको हम उस स्टिपुलेटेड टाइम में मौका दें कि आप सवाल को अटेम्प्ट करें, और उसके बाद वी आर गोना डिस्कस द सॉल्यूशन. सो वी विल ट्राई आवर बेस्ट कि आपको बैलेंस बिटवीन स्पीड एंड एक्यूरेसी पे जितना भी पॉलिश किया जा सकता है करें. ठीक है?
और IUPAC nomenclature के लिए let me give you a disclaimer. If you are facing any problem, any trouble with IUPAC nomenclature, you can go to Aakash BYJU'S app. There I have taken this IUPAC nomenclature beautifully. So in the best possible way. So do try it out.
100%. Please
And
go
it is
visit.
free of cost.
Yes.
So do try this chapter out going to IUPAC nomenclature directly and check it. Okay?
या ऑफ कोर्स वहाँ पे बहुत कुछ विजुअल टूल्स आपको मिलेंगे जिससे आपको इमेजिन करने में मदद होगी.
Good practice, I mean.
वेरी गुड प्रैक्टिस. एंड सोल्जर बॉय वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट कोनिक्स का सेशन, तो सोल्जर बॉय कोनिक्स का सेशन हो चुका है. यू वर एब्सेंट on that day. तो crush Konix like a boss, that was the title. I guess 4 or 5 days back I had taken that session. करीब 2 घंटे का सेशन था वो. Konix के बहुत ही प्यारे सवाल हमने किए हैं. So I have fulfilled my promise. So please go check out that session on the Aakash BYJU'S JEE channel. Everybody, if you've not yet subscribed, please do that right now, and also hit the like button if you enjoyed today's class. We'll be coming up with another episode of Menti the next Wednesday as a Wow Wednesday ritual. On this note, it's me, Bhoomika, and Nitika,
It's me, Nitika,
signing
signing
off.
off.
And don't forget, Raghav, please send a beautiful, nice picture of yours on lalit.verma@byju's.com. And of course, we'll be showcasing it on the community post of our Aakash BYJU'S JEE channel. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.